Hello, sir.
Hello, Karthik. It is audible. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
And just one thing, sir. This Friday I
Yes.
will not come to class because I have a doctor's appointment.
Just a minute. Just a minute. Let me switch off my hand. Yes, Karthik. Now tell me.
This Friday there's not gonna be any class because I have a doctor's appointment to go to.
Okay, okay. Miss coming Friday.
This Friday in 2 days.
Okay, okay. No problem. Miss tomorrow you are ready. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes. Tomorrow I'll be there.
Day.
Tomorrow
A
is
day.
not the day.
Okay, day after tomorrow. Ready?
No, not day after
Okay, fine.
tomorrow.
No, no, no problem. Just before one day, just you tell me. Okay, inform me. Before
Yeah.
one day. Okay, fine. So, see, can I start the session, Karthik? Now,
Yes.
see here, Miss, I assume you have got all the basic concepts which I discussed yesterday. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And
Now, today I'm
are
go.
you sharing your screen?
Sorry.
Are you sharing your screen?
Yes. Oh, just a minute. Yeah, just a minute. Yes. Now, do you see my screen?
Yes.
Now, do you see? Okay, fine. So, Miss, what is our agenda now? Means I'm going to discuss each and every topic in the depth, okay? Which I covered, which I show you in the yesterday session. So, what is our agenda? Means you have to focus on all such things, Karthik. What is identifiers? What is the white space? What is a built-in types, type modifier, size and range, type depth, enumerated types, basic types of variables, variable definition, initialization of variables, what is L value and R value concept, what is known as the variable scope. Now initializing local and global variables, later what constant and literals. So you must know these things, and it is not only for the C++, it is valid for any programming language. Only a small syntax is same, means 90% concept is same. Okay, so starting that one. So once again, Miss, first, did you execute previous programs? And also, you tell me, Miss, do you need a program written by me, Karthik, or you can write yourself?
I think the program written by you would be better because on the editor that I'm using, it doesn't seem to work for the code that you're showing me.
Okay, you need all the programs also day by day.
Think so. Or you can just ask me like what I should do, like what objectives you want, and I'll try to take the code myself.
So can I share all such codes in the WhatsApp? That will be fine.
Yeah, or I can send it to you on the link. I can send you a link.
Okay, fine. So did you get my previous link? Did you achieve the access that one, which I provided yesterday?
Which one?
The very first class, very first
Oh,
class
the
link.
video. The video.
Yes, video recording video session.
Yeah, my
Uh,
dad got the video.
okay, fine. Okay, so start the session. Fine. So what I will do later means I will give you the link for the programs also. Okay. So
Okay.
just starting the session now. So first, the very first, what is already means yesterday I told you a small discussion about the identifiers. What is identifier? Just a name, but name of variable, name of function, name of array, name of anything in the program, name of class, even name of the object, etc. So there is some rule and regulation. You have to follow such rules. Okay, so you can't take any name. Okay, so what is the rule? Just focus here, Karthik. So discussing one by one each things. So see here, look at this one. So C++ identifier is a name. It is used to identify a variable or function or class or module or any other user defined item. Okay, very simple. Next, and identify is, this is the rule. So an identifier starts with a letter either A to Z or a small a to Z, or also it can involve the underscore sign. Understand? But remember only these three things: capital letter, a small letter, or underscore. Okay. Also, what we have followed by 0 or more letters. So underscores and digit. It can also contain the digits, either 0 means up to from 0 to 9. For example, and see here, we have so many special characters. So you can't use any another what special characters except the underscore. Remember this one. So what is the example? My name 50. This is the valid one. Underscore temp. This is also valid. J. This is also valid identifier name. A23B9. It is also valid. Rate val. It is valid. ABC. It is also valid. Move underscore name. It is also valid. A underscore 123. It is also valid. But what about if I am giving you what at the rate of my name? It is valid or invalid, Karthik? At the rate of my name.
It's valid, right?
Invalid. Remember only the three things. You can take a capital letter, you can take a small letter, you can take underscore, or you can take digits. Okay, don't take any another things except these things. Okay, means we can't take at the rate of hash symbol, what less than sign, etc. Okay, so this is the invalid one. Okay, so note in the C++ does not allow punctuation characters such as at the rate of a dollar sign, a percentage sign, etc. within the identifiers. Already I mentioned the note. I mean, okay. So also C++ is a case sensitive programming language. Means capital letter, small letter, it matters. So you should be very careful. So now any doubt, or can I explain more?
And I think I got it.
Okay. No problem. Just I'm showing on the notepad. See here. I'm taking what suppose it int and num. It is the valid one. Yes. Now I'm taking instead of the num. Instead of num, what I'm taking. Suppose num1. It is valid or invalid? Yes, it is valid. Suppose I'm taking num 4. It is also valid. Okay. Suppose I'm taking a 2 num. It is valid or invalid?
It's valid, right?
See here. No. It is not valid. Actually, what here I'm giving invalid one example, invalid. Okay. And above is what? Valid. Just so means what? I'm taking num underscore what 5. It is also valid. But now I'm taking num hyphen 5. It is invalid underscore. So here I should not write here in this, but I should write where? In this list. Understand? Means
Yes.
I already explained is also in the invalid. Suppose I'm writing at the rate of num. At the rate of num. It is also invalid, guys. Okay. Suppose I'm taking has and what num. It is also invalid. Now you tell me if I'm writing num has. What is your opinion?
It's
If I'm
invalid.
writing num at the rate of, what is your opinion?
It's invalid.
Invalid. Sure. So what is the conclusion? Means you can use the cap A to Z. A to Z you can use. Other you can use A to Z. Yes, it is okay. You can also use 0 to 9. Also, it is also valid. Okay, and you can also use the underscore. This is what underscore. Okay, this under you can use. But one restriction: you must not start with digit. Remember this one. Okay, so remember this one. All except this one means what is another point? You must not take any other special character except which one? What is only one
Underscore.
special character? Yes, excellent. Only underscore is allowed. Okay, no another what special character is allowed. So I hope it is clear. So can I come on the slide?
Yes.
It is clear. Okay, fine. So you should be very careful. Okay, in not these names means these rules not apply for the variable. It applies for the class name, which you learned in the future object name, a name for the variable, name for the function, name for the array, name for the string, etc. So what this rule and regulation for the identifies common. So I hope it is clear, Karthik. You
Yeah.
don't have any dot. Yes. So here once again, an identifier starts with a letter A to Z or A to Z or an underscore followed by 0 or more letter underscore and digits. So means in this here means it is not valid. It means you should not take what digits are the starting point. Remember that one. Got it? Okay, fine. So can I take the another? So identify it is clear, guys. Next one. So what is white space in the C++? See here, Karthik, we have blank, we have the tabs, we have the new line characters. Also, we have the comments. So all these are called white spaces in C++. Understand? Sometimes in the programming, you use the space bar. You use the what tabs. You will use the new line characters. You may use the comments. So all these are called what white spaces in C++. Understand? So it is the term used in C++ to describe blanks, tabs, new line characters, and comments. Next, Karthik, white space separates one part of a statement from another, and it enables the compiler to identify where one element in a statement, such as int, ends, and the next element begins. Suppose int num. So what is between in the int and num? Obviously, there is a what? You must use the white space, either one space or two space, it doesn't matter, but you must use the white space. Got my point? So this is the definition for the white space. Understand? Okay.
Yes. 1 minute.
Okay.
Let me just finish
Yes.
writing this down.
Yes. Yes. Tell me.
Just a second. I just want to finish writing this down.
Okay. Ready, Karthik?
Almost.
You have any problem?
One more problem. I'm just writing this down. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
Can I start?
Yes.
Okay. So you have the clear concept about identifier. Now, white space concept clear. Okay, what is the next one now? So see here, this list comes, what is this? Actually, this is the built-in data types. Okay, so about the character, integer, float, these are the common, but you should know about the remaining things. Means Boolean also comes in the built-in basic data type, basic built-in data type, primitive data types. We have the character, I mean CHAR, we have the int for the integer, we have the float for the floating point, we have the double for the double floating point, we have the valueless that is called void. Okay, and extra one thing we have the wchar underscore t, means what? White character. So remember, these are the basic built-in data types available in C++. Also, I mean, this is available in the C also. Okay, now as I told you yesterday, Karthik, we have some modifier. What are the modifiers? Signed, 4 modifiers we have: signed, unsigned, what? Short, long. And using any you are saying something?
Oh, nothing. I'm just finishing what you're saying.
Are you writing notes? Are you writing notes?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So see here, Karthik, don't worry, miss, I can provide such PPT also. But short notes, it is a good practice to mention the short note. Okay, so remember what I was talking. Means in any language, we have the fixed small built-in types, understand? But using the modifier, we can create different data types according to our requirement. Obviously, the nature will be changed, okay? But the nature is fixed in this case, built-in data types, okay? So discussing later also. Next one. Now, so what is this one? Already I discussed a small discussion I gave you in yesterday's session. These are called modifiers. So using these modifiers, we can create different data types. Okay, means using any one modifier into the basic data type, you can create different data types. Okay, so several of the basic types can be modified using one or more of these type modifiers. I will show you in the program also. First, focus on the concept. Okay, so signed, unsigned, short, long. Once again, Karthik, Miss, what may be the difference between signed and unsigned?
Again?
What is the difference between signed and unsigned? So first, let me discuss about this point, because it is not good to have any confusion. Okay, so see here, just discussing about signed and unsigned. First, you tell me, I'm writing here now. Okay, next, I'm writing here int count. Now you tell me, in case of num, it can contains either negative or positive value.
Yes.
Okay, positive value. Yes, but sometimes, Karthik, I need only positive values. So for example, in this case, means only positive number I need. Only a positive number I need. What is the best example? Suppose I'm giving you what means I want to take the variable which can store always positive number. Means it must not store the negative number. For example, what is the count of people in the assembly hall? What is the count of people in the ground? What is the count of hair in your head, etc.? So what type of this one? What you are observing? Means such information must have only the positive information. Yes or no? Because counting must not be the negative. Understand? Counting in anything must not be the negative. So in this case, you must choose the proper data type which is involving the unsigned nature. So what I have to do, Karthik, here means here I can make a unsigned. Okay, but above is right. Above is what? Above is what? Signed. Okay, so see here, just a minute. Let me finish first. So instead of writing signed into num, okay, you can also write here. Also write only what? Sorry, only int num. First, means focus on the concept of this thing which I gave you the example. When you have to choose the unsigned in the previous data type, and when you did not. So depending on the nature of the variable, means here variable nature of count is what? It is always taking the positive number, but num may contain either positive data or negative data. So you must use the signed modifier here. But in case of count, you must use the unsigned modifier. So I hope you get a small concept about such modifier and when you have to use such thing.
I just want to be sure.
Sorry?
This makes the variable hold positive and the negative values.
Yes,
but
yes.
Unsigned only allows it to hold only positive values.
Yes. See,
Okay.
just a minute, Karthik. You have to analyze, Mr. What is your requirement? That your variable declared in your program should take only positive number, then you must use the unsigned before that. If that variable may contain negative or positive or both, okay, then you must use the signed. That's all. Okay? Understand? And see here, the signed is the default one. If you here, means in the previous below one, I didn't mention the signed, so it is the default one. Means if you don't mention anything, signed or unsigned, so Mr. Compiler takes here signed int num. Remember this one. But if you need always positive number, so manually you must mention the unsigned. So I hope it means you have the a small idea about these ones. Yes, Karthik? Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, and see here means what is the benefit for this one? Means int is taking how much byte? But remember, but in both case means int takes how much byte? Int takes always 4 bytes. Remember this one. Got it? So you may be surprised why it is happening in both cases. Means the size is not changed. Yes, I'm right. Size in both cases, size is fixed. That is here. That is size is fixed. It is not changed. But what is the main points here? Means, but behavior is changed. What do you mean by here? Behavior is changed. Understand? So
Yeah.
what is this? What is the difference with this thing? Size is not changed, but behavior is changed. What do you mean by such things, Karthik? So first, let me discuss these 2 points. Means behavior here means what? That is your range will be changed. Range will be changed. Understand? And again, what do you mean by range? Each and every means what a data type means a variable can have some range. So first, again, you have some confusion. Suppose I have only 2 bytes. I have assumed I have 2 bytes of box. Now you tell me, Karthik, in this means how many number of value you can store here? You have only 2 box to store the bits. So you can store 0, 0. Second, you can store 0, 1. Next, you can also store 1, 0. Next, you can store 1, 1. Yes or no? So how many data you can store? So how many data? How many data you can store? You can store. Yes, obviously. Store means what? What is the answer? 4. And what is the range? And what is the range? Range means what? Yes. Yes, excellent. Means range is what? 0 to what not 4, 0 to 3, 0 to 3. Because Karthik, this indicates actually this indicates what? Actually, this is the binary. This is the binary. And what is the corresponding decimal number? It indicates 0. And what is this one? 1. What is this one?
2.
2. Yes, fine. And what is this one? It is representing 3. Understand? So range is what means you can store 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is the range. So here behavior is changed. Now, if you understand 2 box concept, then obviously you can understand same in the 8 box. Same in 8 box. Now you tell me. Same in 8 box. So you tell me how many data you can store. So here 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, next one. What is the next one? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. What is the next one? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Sorry, miss 1, 0. Like this, etc. Can I mention here? Etc. So what is the last one, Karthik? Last one is what? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, all 1. Now you tell me, miss, which decimal data it represents?
0.
0. Yes. Next one. Which one? 1. Next one. Which
2.
one? 2, etc. So what is the last one? What is the last one? 255. Understand? 255. Sorry?
256.
No, Karthik. If you put all 1 in the box, if you calculate, means you will get 255, not 256. 256, what actually 2 power 8, that is the 256. You have the confusion, so you can calculate after the class. So this is the concept. Understand?
Yes.
Not 256. 256 means what? Here I'm writing means 1, and you put 8 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. This is your 256. Don't be confused. This is 256. Understand? If you have the 8 ones, then that is what 255. It is clear, Karthik, till now?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So you have the concept now again. So in this case, Miss, you understand, Miss, how many data you can store? Just a minute. In this case, how many data you can store?
8.
You can store. How many data?
8.
Not 8. In this, yes, 0, 1, 2, up to 255. So total you can store 256 data, Karthi. That's why first I explained this one so that you can understand very easily. Same concept, but in the 8 box. So you can store. Yes, you can do that one. Now, what is the range, Karthi?
0 to 255.
Yes, excellent. Range is what? 0 to 255. 255. So it is clear, not? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, same you can calculate. For what? 16 bits. 16 bits. Okay, 16 bits data type. Yes or no? You can. I'm not wasting time here. Means you can do at yourself. Same you can do. What? Same you can calculate, Karthik, for which one? For the what? Not 16. We have the some 32 bits. So for 32 bit you can calculate. Okay, yes or no?
Yeah.
After class you can do. Miss, tomorrow, Miss, I will ask you. Okay, about this one. What is the how many data you can store into the 16 bit, and how many data you can store into the 30 bit? Okay, very simple things you can do. Can you do or not, Karthik? Otherwise, I will convince you. Don't worry. Okay, just follow me. Okay. Now again, in this case, I am discussing one more thing here, Karthik. What is the concept of the signed and unsigned unsigned concept? Actually, Karthik, this is the what a digital computer organization concept, DCO. Have you paper such like paper, digital computer organization? In such a paper, you will understand in the good manner. But here, it is mandatory to convince you. So see here, what is the concept? Suppose Karthik, we have 8-bit data, 8-bit data type. 8 bit box. Actually, we have 8-bit box. So in this case, how you can represent a negative number and positive number. This is the question. You must know this such thing in the computer field. Okay, means you have only 8-bit box. Okay, just for data. But how we can store the negative number, how we can store the positive number? So you must know this concept. So see here, for negative number, Karthik, negative number, what is the concept actually? Concept is what? The last one, the last bit is reserved for storing sign. Understand? Remember this one. Means that is we have only a 7-bit left. 7-bit left for storing data. Getting this point, Karthik?
Yeah.
In the previous one, I have the total 8 bits. You can utilize all 8 bits. But in this case, negative concept means you have only the 7-bit data, 7-bit boxes for storing the data. Okay. And what is the main point? Means what? Zero is for a positive number, and 1 is treated as 1 is for negative number. Remember this one. Understand? Means in the last bit, if you have the 0, means it indicates this is the positive number. If you have the 1, it indicates it is the negative number. Understand the points? So, Miss, do you hear me? Do you hear me? ओके।
दो मिनट
हाँ हाँ हाँ